India versus Pakistan. It is the greatest theatre in sport, a rivalry forged and fired, yet sustained by a deep, unspoken respect. When these two nations collide, the world stops to watch. For decades, we have lived for the comparisons. We have debated the pure match winning genius of Sachin versus Inzamam. We have argued over who truly owns the crease. Today, that fire burns, brighter than ever. We see it in the technical perfection of Virat Kohli versus Babar Azam, the two kings of modern era. We see it in the speed charts, comparing the lethal precision of Jasprit Bumrah to the all-time greatest, the Sultan of Swing, Wasim Akram. But while the superstars take the headlines, every great team has a quiet heartbeat.
Today, we will be discussing two of the finest middle order batsmen from India and Pakistan, Asad Shafiq and Ajinkya Rahane. Before their international arrival, both anchors were groomed in the pyres of domestic cricket. Asad Shafiq dominated for Karachi Whites, averaging near 50 in the 2007-8 season and scoring 100 on debut, while Ajinkya Rahane powered Mumbai to their 38th title with a massive 1,089 run season in 2008-9. Shafiq debuted first in 2010 against South Africa, instantly scoring a gritty 50, whereas Rahane earned his test cap in 2013 against Australia. Ajinkya Rahane played 85 test matches for India and scored 5,077 runs. He finished his career with a batting average of 38. He reached the triple figure mark 12 times and crossed 50 26 times with a career best score of 188 against New Zealand. Now look at the mirror Asad Shafiq played 77 test matches for Pakistan and scored 4,660 runs. His career batting average stands at 38. Like Rahane, he also scored 12 centuries while adding 27 50s to his name. But to understand why these two are special, we have to look past the white ball glamour. Their test cricket was not just prolific, it was a masterclass in survival. We are talking about the ultimate test for any subcontinental batter, the Sena countries. The pace of Perth, the swing of Lords, the bounce of Johannesburg, and the movement of Wellington. This is where reputations are either made or destroyed. Australia, the toughest test of character. For a subcontinental batter, the bounce is not just a challenge, it's a threat. Asad Shafiq played 5 matches, scored 381 runs, averaging 38 and a historic 100 at the Kaaba. Ajinkya Rahane, 12 matches, 884 runs, average 42 and 2 legendary centuries. In the Border Gavaskar Trophy 2014, Rahane's consistency was frightening. He started the series with half centuries in the first 2 matches, but it was a Boxing Day test at the MCG that etched his name in history. A sublime 147 in first innings, followed by a fighting 48 in the second, ensuring India held on for a crucial draw against a top Australian bowling attack. He ended the tour at the SCG, showing nerves of steel with the 38 not out in the fourth innings, blunting the Australian attack to score another draw. He scored 399 runs against the top bowling attack of Ryan Harris, Mitchell Johnson, and Nathan Lyon. But his Australian legacy has two more chapters. In 2018, BGT, his crucial 70 in Adelaide gave India the platform to win the first test and eventually secured their first ever series win in Australia. And then came 2020. After the nightmare of 36 all out in Adelaide, stand-in captain Rahane stood alone. His 112 at the MCG was not just a century. It was a counter-attack that breathed life back into an entire nation. Rahane in Australia wasn't just a batter, he was the resistance. Then there is Asad Shafiq. Brisbane 2016. Pakistan was staring at a 490 run mountain impossible. But Shafiq played an innings of pure defiance, 137 runs, fighting until the very last breath. Pakistan lost by a mere 39 runs, but Shafiq earned the respect of the Kaaba that day. England, where the margins are not just fine, they are microscopic. The numbers here are airy. Rahane 864 runs, Shafiq 432 runs, both averaging exactly 28.8, both with one century. It's a statistical mirror. Rahane's 103 at Lords in 2014 was a masterclass in discipline. On a green mamba of a pitch, he trusted his technique to lead India to a historic win at the home of cricket. But Asad Shafiq's impact in England was about more than just a century. He was the engine room of Pakistan's greatest modern successes there. In 2016, his gritty 50 at Lords set the stage for a Pakistan win. And then came his crowning moment, the Oval 2016, a composed, elegant 109, and a beautiful partnership with the legend of the game Yunus Khan. This was not just a ton, it was the backbone that allowed Pakistan to draw the series 2-2 and reach the summit as the number one testing in the world. South Africa. Fast, mean, and relentless. Both played 6 matches in South Africa. Rahane scored 402 runs and Shafiq managed to score 385. Rahane averaging 36 without scoring 100 but 3 gritty 50s and few 40s. Shafiq averaged 32, 1 century and 3 50s. Shafiq holds the ultimate prize here, a brilliant 111, a rare subcontinental century against the bounce of South Africa. While the world remembers the big hundreds, the true metrics of Rahane's career are found in the low-scoring wars. 2013, Johannesburg. In only his second test, he planted Steyn and Morkel for a vital 47, a knock that allowed India to set up a legendary draw. Fast forward to 2018 at the Wanderers. The pitch was so dangerous, play was nearly abandoned. On the surface, behaving like a minefield, Rahane played a counter-attacking 48 in a match where most struggled to reach double figures. He repeated the feat in 2021 at Centurion, another vital 48. This wasn't about the milestone. It was about the stability he provided to let KL Rahul bat long. It was the backbone of India's first ever win at that venue. New Zealand, where the air is cold and the ball swings late. It's a place that breaks the best. Both played 4 matches. Rahane scored 253 runs with an average of 36 with a century. Shafiq scored 163 runs with an average of 23 without 100. Rahane's 118 at Wellington in 2014 was perfection. But despite the brilliance, the match slipped into a draw. Contrast that with Asad Shafiq in 2011. Only his second test. The pressure was suffocating. A youngster stood up. He scored a gritty 83. That 83 was the oxygen Pakistan needed to win the match and the series. Pakistan has not won a test series in New Zealand since that day. Rahane had the stats, Shafiq had the series defining moment. In Test cricket, you're either a fortress defender or a world conqueror. Rahane thrived where others crumbled. While he averaged 35 in India, his average jumped to over 40 overseas. With 8 of his 12 centuries scored on foreign soil, Rahane was not just a home hero, he was an overseas specialist. Then there is Asad Shafiq, the anchor of the UAE fortress. Untouchable in the heat, he notched 5 of his 12 turns in UAE, averaging in the mid 40s. While Rahane chased glory abroad, Shafiq was the foundation that kept Pakistan's home record invincible. Their ODI records show very different levels of impact and consistency. In the white ball arena, Ajinkya was the far more established force. With nearly 3,000 runs and an average over 35, he was India's reliable top order anchor. His crowning moment came in a clutch 79 against South Africa in the 2015 World Cup. Asad Shafiq's ODI career remained relatively subdued, averaging 24 without registering a century. Still, he produced moments of impact. His crucial 46 helped end Australia's 34-match World Cup winning streak in 2011, and he seemed poised to trouble India in the semi-final until a key dismissal by Yuvraj Singh halted his momentum. Consistency can be a double-edged sword, and for both Asad Shafiq and Ajinkya Rahane, the final phase of their careers showed just that. Shafiq quietly drifted out of Pakistan's side around 2020 and as a new generation emerged. Rahane's path was similar. By 2023, he lost his test spot but continues in franchise cricket, especially the IPL. Different teams, similar endings, two reliable middle order pillars making way for the future. Interestingly, Ajinkya Rahane and Asad Shafiq never played an international match against each other. Not in tests, not in any format. Rahane never faced Pakistan in tests, and Shafiq never played a test against India. Both had strong careers, but one question remains. What if they had met in a test series? We celebrate what they achieved, but also wonder what we missed. Ajinkya Rahane and Asad Shafiq were not always in the spotlight. Their careers remind us that cricket is not just about big records. It's about resilience, responsibility, and stepping up in tough moments. Sometimes the most interesting comparisons are the ones we never saw on the field. That was all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.